let's get into it. All right, today we have Matthew Fuller, the co-founder of STL Toasted on the St. Louis podcast, and we're going to get into the weeds with him and his business. Weeds, STL Toasted. Anyone?
Love it.
But before we do, this is the St. Louis podcast, where each and every Friday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, we drop an episode on all major podcasting, audio, and video platforms, where we meet with the most badass people and creators to talk about business, entrepreneurship, and current events. Now let's jump into it. Matthew, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Doing well, man. It feels like it's been a super long week, even though we've only been working for 2.5 days now. And I was pretty much KO'd. I was out. I was at home yesterday, sleeping all day.
Lucky.
Not much work has been
bastard.
done by me this week. Yeah, I know. All right. So, co-founder of STL Toasted, we got 5 savory options.
Yeah.
2 dessert options.
Those savory ones rotate as well.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, yeah.
If you guys haven't been to STL Toasted at the City Foundry, first of all, go to the City Foundry, go to the food court. But second of all, make sure you stop by STL Toasted because they are literally amazing.
Thank you.
Professional musician,
Yes.
as we just talked about.
Yeah.
After a serious car accident and COVID, he turned to cooking for a place of creativity. Located in the City Foundry, like I said, makes everything from scratch: sauces, dough, fillings, etc. So, first question is STL Toasted. Obviously, you had the music gig, right?
Right.
So you were going to go travel as a musician.
Yeah.
Now COVID happened. Then you were like, holy shit, what do I do now? So how did you go from musician? And you said before we were talking a little bit that that cooking's always been a passion of yours.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, as a musician, you always have your other job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, so
Yep.
kitchens were always an easy one to go into and work. And I just kind of got that passion from there and just kept going with it. And I mean, I'm married, been married for 5 years. My wife's my business partner as well, and I make all the meals. So I've just always done all the cooking, and that's just kind of how that naturally happened.
That makes sense. So STL Toasted, how'd you come up with the idea of what you guys did with Toasted Ravs?
Yeah.
Where did it come from? And then why were you like, holy shit, we should actually turn this into a thing?
Yeah. So the idea came, I'd say, in like 2014. It was literally just that. It was like, oh, you know what'd be cool if someone did like a food truck and just had a bunch of different toasted rav options.
Yep.
Like, I was never gonna do it. I mean, I was pursuing it. Like, I was like, oh, that'd be
this
cool.
This sounds like such a good idea.
Somebody did that. That'd be awesome. You know, why doesn't that exist? Flash forward almost 8 years, 7 years later. Doing music, like I said, pandemic happens, it all gets canceled. I was doing real estate on the side at that time.
Okay.
So that was my secondary job.
Residential, commercial?
Residential,
okay.
Yeah.
You still got your license?
No.
Okay.
No. Once I started this, I'm like,
No.
Yeah, we'll just forget about that.
Yeah.
But I was driving home one day and literally just passed out at the wheel, just lost consciousness. And so had it been 5 minutes earlier, I was on the highway doing like 70 miles an hour. So it could have been really detrimental. However, by the grace of whatever, I was alive and my car wasn't crazy damaged, but the doctors had no idea what happened. So they were just kind of like, don't drive, don't. So I was kind of sidelined. So then I couldn't go show houses. I couldn't do all this stuff. Like, so yeah, I spent about a year throughout that pandemic year and a little into the next, like, dealing with that. And finally my wife, ever so nicely was like, you need to get off your fucking ass and do something. Please.
Yes.
And I totally understood. She was
please.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. She was an occupational therapist for 10 years.
Okay.
So she was burnt out from COVID and just all that. And just was ready for something different anyways. So she was like, do something with food. You love food. Like, at that time, a lot of people were doing like the prep meals and people wanted like prep stuff, and people still want that. But I was like, she's like, why don't you do something like that? I'm like, that doesn't really excite me. Like,
it's not exciting.
No,
it's not exciting at all.
I'm just like,
that's the biggest thing with prepped food, like Freshly and all those guys. It's like, it comes in a box. It's like just cooking is kind of like a sexy thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going to a restaurant is like a vibe.
Yeah.
Getting a fucking packet out of a box and putting it in a microwave, or it's just cool. Like, even if it's good, it's just like, but it's really never
Right.
that good.
No, not normally.
No,
Maybe
no.
some of the ones where you're actually like cooking the stuff,
Sure.
but
Where they give you the ingredients.
yeah, that's a
But then
little
go to
bit
the
better,
fucking
but
store.
still, right. Exactly.
Or Instacart
That's what
that.
I say,
Or
yeah.
Instacart that.
But so yeah, I was like, that doesn't excite me at all.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
how about this is kind of crazy about this idea I had, 6-7 years ago. What if we just try that? She goes,
Mhm.
do it. I'll support you, whatever. Let's do it. So that's how that idea came to fruition.
So when you first started, how long did it take you to like come up with the recipes to create it? How many versions of the ravs did you go through?
To be honest, not many.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like people
I
ask,
always, what's so funny? I ask this question, I think all the time to people that open a restaurant or have some idea for food.
yeah,
And usually the recipe process and things like that, I'm always like, oh, this must have taken like fucking half a year.
no,
A year, and everyone's like, I don't know, like 30 days,
yeah,
couple weeks.
I mean, honestly, I'll be super frank. Like I
Yeah.
tried things like once or twice. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is it.
Yeah.
And then with the ravioli, the way we do it, we stuff them so they're a little bit more full.
Yes.
So that takes a textural thing. So it's like it's more about getting the texture right. But once you get that right, the flavors kind of
Mhm.
they kind of came to. We had just a list of ideas, so it was just super easy to implement that. That wasn't the hard part. The the hard part was more, okay, how do we start this? How do we actually do a restaurant, or what are we going to do? Are we going to go into a brewery,
Mhm.
like and be like a little
Yeah, like the snack or
yeah?
yeah.
Are we like what? We had to find our lane essentially.
So how many different options are there, right? You got a food truck.
No, we don't have a food truck.
Yeah, so so from a standpoint of where you were at, you were like, all right, so we have these different options of where to
Oh
go.
yeah. Oh god, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So you have all these different options. Why'd you choose the Foundry? What
Yeah.
about that place is just like, because you moved in there when? The beginning of, was it 21 or?
Well, yeah, we opened June 2021.
Okay.
But the Foundry had opened August of. Oh wait, is that right?
Yeah, because I remember.
No, 2022. Sorry.
Okay.
So
okay.
the Foundry had opened August of 2021.
Yeah, because I remember for the first year or so, it was pretty.
Yeah.
There was like people down there, but Putt Shack wasn't open.
No,
the
no,
VR
no,
place
no.
wasn't open, and it
Yeah.
was like 3/4 the restaurants. And
They
it
had
was
like
still,
11 kitchens that they started with in
yeah.
August. We
Yeah.
had signed on with them in like September.
Okay.
So the way that happened was a good friend of mine works for the Lawrence Group, who does
Okay.
like all the construction and stuff over there and the design and things. And he was like, I told him about my idea, and he was like, I thought the Foundry was like already booked up. Like I
Yeah.
thought they had already leased all that stuff. And he was like, well, here's a contact. I don't know this person. Here's an email, like
Yep.
basically. So I just sent an email, and they're like, well, come in. We'll show you a couple of the things. And I was like, okay. So we go in there. We're talking to them, and they're kind of like, so have you guys done any pop-ups? I'm like, nope.
No. Yeah.
Have you guys done like I'm like, nope. Like
Yeah.
we don't. Do you have like a fully fledged idea? I'm like, somewhat.
Yeah.
But I'm like, here's what I want to do, and I just showed them, my menu idea and like what I was trying to, accomplish.
hmm
And literally that Friday, I got a letter of intent. So it was just like, boom. Mind you, I don't have a job right now.
Yep.
My wife has a full-time job, and she's basically supporting us, but I'm just doing odds and end things here. And I'm like, okay.
hmm
And they're like, oh yeah, we want you to take over this stall, and you got to build out a kitchen. Like, okay. So I'm adding it up. I'm like, we got like 50, 60 grand we got to come up with,
Yes. Yes.
like now if we want to do this. So we kind of felt, you asked why the Foundry, we kind of felt like it was a good in between
Yep.
like a food truck and like a brick and mortar. You'll get a lot of tourism and different things like that. We kind of like the collaborative nature of having all these other business owners around us that we could bounce ideas off of, or what's working for them, or just that felt a little bit safer than just being like your own thing.
Well, I'd argue to say it's better than
Yeah.
having a food truck.
Yeah, I would too. Food truck
100%.
seems. People ask me if we're gonna do a food truck, and I'm like, no. It seems like a headache, dude.
Well, we just had STL Kalachi on a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and we were talking about he had a food truck, and he was like, dude, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It breaks down, and all of a sudden
Yes.
you
Yeah.
lose that revenue for the
Yeah.
day or that week.
Or and especially in St. Louis, you only have really a few prime months of for
Yeah.
food truck.
Yeah.
Really
During the winter, where are you gonna go?
Yeah, yeah.
Go camp out of Hidden Valley, I guess.
I guess, yeah. So yeah, so we
But
thought that was kind of like a
mhm,
safer-ish option. I mean,
mhm.
obviously opening up a restaurant after COVID isn't safe
Yeah.
in any sense of the
Yeah.
word,
Yeah.
but it was like, hey, this is what we have, and this is what we're gonna try. So we went for it.
So, okay. After you got the letter of intent, you're like,
Hmm.
holy shit, this is real.
Yeah,
We're going to do this.
yeah.
Where'd you go for the 50 grand?
A combination of maxing out our credit for
Okay.
personal loans, and
Okay.
like we got a little bit of money
Okay. Small business.
from our friend, for our
Okay.
family,
Okay.
actually,
Okay.
family. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was it,
Hmm.
and
They all paid back now?
no,
No.
no.
Getting there?
Yeah, yeah. They were cool. I mean, it's the first year of business.
Yeah,
They
sure.
all knew,
Sure. Oh, that's
and,
right.
and
You
it
said
wasn't a lot. It
2022. Yeah.
wasn't a lot of money.
Yeah.
We just hit our 1 year in June. So,
That's awesome.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't like a ton of money, but they were willing to help us out. They thought we had a great idea, and it's turned out to be good.
I'm
So,
sure they're happy about it
yeah,
now.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
probably like, hell
It
yeah.
it would be paid back had we not taken on a second location that we're working on now. So
Where is that going to be?
the Hill.
Okay.
Yeah. So we took over the old Mama Toscano's.
Where was that?
Mama
at?
Toscano. It's right next door to Antonino's.
Okay. Okay.
The same block.
Okay.
Macklin, the same block
Yeah.
as Joy's Deli.
Yep,
And,
yep.
Pit Stop and all that
Love
stuff.
Joy's
Yeah.
Deli.
Yeah. It's great. So, Mama Toscano's has been. They shipped nationwide.
Mhm.
Like they were shipping across the country. They're toasted ravs, and they've been around family-owned business for 100 plus years or
Yep.
whatever. And so yeah, we kind of saw that, and we talked about it. We're like, that seems like a cool. Well, plus we needed more space.
Sure.
We
Sure.
have a 390 square foot kitchen.
I was about to say the space a little small.
Yeah, 390 square feet for 7 days of operation. I've got like one double door fridge, one double door freezer for 7 days a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yes.
And I don't think people realize that. Like some people will be sold out of something. I'm like, you don't understand. I don't have the space. You know what I mean? Like,
Why don't
it's
you
just-
come back here
yeah,
real quick?
yeah. But that's part of it. I get it. So we're like, we need a production facility, and we get a lot of requests for catering and like birthday parties and college things and graduation party, weddings. We get a lot of requests for that. We just don't have the space to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this gave us a little bit more freedom in our business, and also like, the foundry technically has all of the resources we need and stuff, which is
Yeah.
great. But at some point, they may want to go in a different direction with what they want in there. We had to make sure that we had a space for ourselves that we controlled, the environment. and
Do
what
you
we
see
want.
them potentially changing that, or
I,
like,
I don't.
or
no,
I guess
I'm
like,
just thinking I've never gotten that indication. Like
or maybe they just want to move someone else in and
Yeah, yeah.
rotate
right?
restaurants.
Yeah, I don't know what their full
Yeah.
plan with. I don't know if they want to keep people there for multiple leases. Maybe they do.
Sure. Sure.
That's
What'd
a
you guys sign?
conversation.
Usually 5-year.
We signed a 3 year.
3-year. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we signed a 3 year. So,
Okay.
that gives us enough time to see how it's working, and by then more stuff will be built. They're building that apartment complex right there with
Yep.
the parking garage. Really, parking is something that'll help them a lot with the foundry, and
Yeah, parking is a little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
It's
and they know it. They know it. They're working hard to get that done, so that because you got stuff like the movie theater and things like that, where in the City Winery, which is a great place to see shows, they've got like small intimate concerts.
when did this open?
The City Winery?
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. It's been there for months.
I'm
I mean, probably
clueless.
at least 6 months, if not more.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
So are they just like a wine tasting room, or do they actually have like wine that they have?
They apparently have wine that they have. I
Interesting,
haven't. I haven't
okay.
actually been there to try. I've been there to see shows, and the
Okay.
shows are awesome.
Katie, you said do they have their own wine that they make?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Obviously not on site.
Sure,
but
sure,
it's
sure.
it's a chain. Like they have several
Oh, okay.
several
okay.
of them across the country.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
one in Nashville and Chicago, and I can't remember the other places now, but yeah.
Shit, that's a good name then. I thought it was local just because of City Foundry,
No,
City Winery.
Yeah. No, but
That's
they're
smart.
cool. It's a very small, intimate music space. But I
Okay.
say all that to say, like, you got concert venue, the movie theater, those people are there for what, 2.5, 3 hours at least, you know? So that kind of affects parking and things like that. But they're really working on that to make it better for people as well.
Yeah, because the food court is like the furthest from the parking.
Yeah.
Which isn't, it's not too bad, but I've been there in the winter, and then that could be like,
yeah,
it's cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. we're used to it here.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I don't disagree. Yeah, we'd go. Yeah, someone would be like, "All right, we're going to the Foundry." I'd be like, "Dude, I got like a long sleeve shirt on." All right, suck it up, Buttercup. All right. So, what are some of the flavors that you have
right now?
Yes.
Savory flavors. We've got the original beef, which is your standard, T-Rev.
Okay.
3 cheese. Buffalo chicken, those 3 stay on the menu.
Okay.
Those are kind of like staples that will always kind of be there. Right now, our rotated flavors, we've got a smoked beef one, which is like a smoked roast beef that we smoke, and it gets pickled red onion, white cheddar, and like a horseradish aioli. It's really good.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and then we have the loaded baked potato, which gets topped with sour cream and chive, and then you have the option to add candied bacon on that, and that's phenomenal.
I think I had definitely that one when I was down there.
Okay.
Have you guys had that for a while? I would have had it in the winter.
No.
Around Christmas time.
I don't think so, no.
Shit.
Nah.
I forget which.
All the different flavors we had.
Yeah, because I was down there with my family, so we had like we bought everyone on the menu, but I forget the flavors.
Right.
Some of them were drizzled with stuff, and I was like, holy shit. It's literally amazing. And as obviously a St. Louis guy, you gotta love toasted wraps.
You have to. Yeah. People always ask, like, or we get people commenting about, like, are we the greatest or all that stuff. I'm like, no, I would never say we're the greatest. I like to say that we're the most creative.
Sure. Yeah.
But
that's 100%.
Because there's different types of toasted wraps. Some people like them like smaller and crispier. Like some people like the big one. There's just different. You like what you like. So.
I just like them when they don't burn the shit out of your mouth.
That's part of the fun, though.
I know.
That's part of the fun.
It's like a Hot Pocket. It's
or
always
like a pizza roll,
Yeah,
like,
it's always like you bite in, you're like, ooh.
You gotta bite that. You gotta take that little corner, little corner to vent it.
Just Come so you get a little bit of that sauce. You're like, oh fuck!
Yeah,
all right, I need to wait another minute.
That's the best part, man.
So, all right. So you said your wife is now your business partner. So is she down there? Does she work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She does actually a lot of the stuff that I don't want to do.
Sure.
Like all the payroll and
Okay.
bookkeeping and things like that.
Yeah.
Ordering all the shit we need to order all the time. Like
sounds.
And she's actually spearheaded cleaning up the new spot and getting that going. So she's taken on a lot. When she wanted to get out of occupational therapy, and I told her we're going into the food industry, I'm like, you do realize that you're probably not going to be working less.
Yeah, I was about to say you're not working less.
No, it's just as hard, a lot of work. But we do like the ability that we're actually answering to ourselves, and not someone else. Or that's nice. It feels great. When I was going through that whole year of like, what am I going to do? I was definitely against, like, I don't want to go work just another job, or I want to do something that I love doing, and I'm gonna make it happen, whatever that means.
I feel like a lot of people that have almost that entrepreneurship spirit, like it sucks the soul out of you.
It does.
To go and do. Obviously, there's jobs where you can go work at a company or whatever and be fine, but a lot of the jobs that you can just think of that you go to Indeed and you look up office job, you're just like,
I could probably go make more money and have less stress technically, but I would be far less happier. Which is weird, right?
It is weird. It is weird. No, I do. We've probably said this multiple times on this podcast already, but we've joked about it. I mean, a couple times a year, probably at least all of the owners were like, "What are we doing?"
Yeah.
We're like, "Why don't we just go work for a fucking man?"
Yeah.
We can dude, we'll get there at 9.
Yeah. You'll get off. You don't have to worry about.
I can take clients out in the company's dollar.
Yeah.
None of this is my responsibility.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
but then you got to answer to some asshole.
Right.
Or maybe it's a great person.
And yeah, maybe it is. And I've worked jobs like that too, where I'm not necessarily hating life, but I'm also not like thriving or
Yeah.
feel like I'm loving what I'm doing or super involved. Like I love what I do. I do miss music, of course. Like that's obviously a passion I'll always have. But I really enjoy cooking and feeding and just meeting a bunch of new people in the community. I've met so many people, which I never would have met. So many business owners, so many just regular people. You know, just people who love St. Louis and love the community, and like that's really cool to me.
Yeah, 100%. So what's your favorite spot down there? As
At-
far as like
at the
what
Foundry?
what to do. Not so much restaurants, just what to do down
well, restaurants. I'll tell you that Sureste is one of my favorite.
there. Okay.
They're
okay.
amazing.
Is that the
It's right next to us.
Okay.
It's the Mexican. It's very specific Yucatan cuisine.
I've
and
had it. It's delicious.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's phenomenal. They're great. They just opened another spot on
Really?
South Kings Highway. Yeah,
I really like that Indian spot as well. That's
Turmeric.
on the
yeah,
yeah.
Turmeric's great too. My wife loves that place.
Yeah, turmeric is amazing.
Yeah, chicken scratch is great. I mean, I love that there's
The chicken and waffles.
Yeah, I love that there's just
I'm going to the city.
so
Foundry
many
after
local people. You know, it's not a food court in the sense where you feel like it's the same old stuff that you've seen, the
No,
chains.
no.
You know, it's all local people who are just trying to do something that they love and putting out quality food. You know, and I really appreciate that. Best thing to do. Me and my wife love, like I said, the City Winery.
Yeah.
I really love going to see shows there. We've been to the Alamo a couple times, see a movie. I enjoy that too. I mean, it's great.
I haven't been to the Alamo yet.
Yeah, if you go, definitely do the big show.
Okay.
So like they have several theaters in there. They're not all very big, you know, because they don't have very much space.
Yeah, sure.
Still a great experience, but the big show is like their big theater that they have the bigger screen and the sound. You know, like it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've walked in there before and gotten a drink, but never actually
Yeah.
saw a movie in there because
Yeah.
I've been down there so many times, but not recently as
Yeah.
they were kind of building it out. And I need to go back down there. I haven't even been down there, I don't think, I've been down there since Christmas. So since
Yeah,
December.
it's been a while.
So it's been a minute and a lot has been built since then. Like
Yeah.
you were just saying, the City Winery.
Yeah, there's some new stores that are out in the little
Yeah, I saw there was like
retail area.
20 retail stores
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Before, I think when I went there was maybe 4.
Yeah.
So that's all been this year.
Yeah.
It's
No,
crazy.
I love what they're doing with Midtown. You know, they got the Top Golf going in there,
Yep.
the Target, and I just think that's going to help make that area better.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just get more people out, because for a long time that area of town is kind of like, yeah, there's nothing going on.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like
I
nothing.
mean, if you are from St. Louis and you drove to a Cardinals game and you're going down 40, I mean,
Yeah.
you passed that abandoned
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
for
yeah.
years.
I know.
My whole life, I don't remember anything ever being in there.
My wife was like, that was that like big green. I'm like, yeah. That's all it was. It was just like nothing.
Yeah.
It's crazy that
They turned it into what it is.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
it's happened a lot around the country. We were just talking to somebody about it, like all these factories and things like that have just been decrepit and, you know.
Well, I guess
nothing
you
in
have
them.
a
It's
good
like,
shell of a building,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's like, you got to do something with it. Why
Yeah.
not? You know,
Yeah.
why not make it some cool, you know, trendy thing that people want to go check out and just keep it going.
Yeah. Now, with the high ceilings, does it get hot in there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've-
It's not ever hot, but I will say
It could be cooler.
it's more of a sometimes the circulation,
Okay.
you know, like you don't feel like there's a lot of air moving through.
Don't they
there.
have the big ass fans?
They do, but I don't feel them.
They need to turn it up.
Well, we're in the kitchen. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
so
fair.
it's just
That's
we're
fair.
kind of stuck in a little pocket, so it might be a little cooler out where the people are. But
Yeah.
you got fryers and flat tops and burners and all that going, ovens. It's gonna be a little warm, but
Yeah.
it's out of all the kitchens I've worked in, the coolest kitchen I've worked in for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's all.
I've worked in kitchens where there's like no AC and you're literally like, you just got a fan in front of like the door so it blows the
I
you
worked
know,
at a bakery that was like that.
yeah,
And I
that's
was
all you
next to
got.
all the ovens, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
this
no,
is-
I would take the
is brutal.
instant read thermometer, put it where my station was, it'd be like 120, 130 degrees. I'm like, yeah, this is great.
So so we own an insulation company where we blow insulation into attics.
Okay.
And I think at yeah, just off subject because it's one of the businesses we started with our marketing company, and we're apparently if you stay in that heat level for a certain amount of time, I think it's like an hour.
Yeah.
You're like risk of heat stroke and all that stuff is through the roof.
It goes
through the roof.
exponentially through the roof. Yeah. And you're talking about being on a line for like 6 hours, and yeah, it's fun.
I was glad that when I worked in food, I worked in a kitchen at Hidden Valley, and it wasn't too hot because there wasn't like a lot back there, and there was a lot of room. And then I worked at Breadco, so I was like, Breadco, we didn't have. Well, we had some grills, some panini presses.
Yeah, some presses.
It was almost all cold food though, so I'm glad I never worked in food where I had to sit in front of a fryer or something. It's all
tough,
day.
Man.
That's
tough.
Next level. Well, I guess I did. I used to work at a golf course. I've done landscaping.
Okay, yeah.
I was an umpire.
Yeah.
So I've done plenty of shit outside in the heat. Oh my God.
I lived in LA for a year and I was installing DirecTV systems and like literally like crawling under houses and going into these attic, like, because nobody has basements there, right?
Yeah,
so
no.
You literally, everything's either through the attic or through the underneath the house.
Yep.
And the attics are like 140 degrees. And so you're like, well, I'm going to go under the house, but then you get all the black widows and all. It's not fun. It's not fun, man. Hot work is not fun at all.
No, that's the people that are scared of like insects and stuff. I'm always like, you don't want to look inside your walls. You don't want to go in your attic.
No.
You don't want to look,
right?
They're anywhere.
There.
You don't want to look in your crawl space.
Your basement.
Yeah, they're just where you're not.
Right. Yeah. We're totally off subject, but that's great. I love it.
Yeah, no, we are. All right. So you said City Winery is your top spot. So if you could, real quick, for listeners unfamiliar with the Foundry, can you give us kind of like if you can put it into the listener's mind what the Foundry is? Yeah. Because like I feel like even when you look it up online, it's still
hard to tell.
Yeah, it still just doesn't do a good representation.
Well, I mean, because it's kind of a conglomerate of so many different things, right? Yeah. Like you're talking like a multimedia, multi-experiential type thing. So, I mean, take them all. I mean, what you're going to do is take them all and take all of the corporate out of it and make it like hyper local business owners, in like a mall setting, essentially. Yeah. That's what it is. Like, you've got all local food, all the shop vendors are local owners. You do have some chain, like Alamo's obviously not local, but it's a really cool movie theater experience. You got the winery, that's not local, but again, a cool smaller venue experience, for people that love to go see music and drink wine. And they have a good menu as well. But yeah, I mean, it is hard to explain.
It is. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's hard. Yeah, you got all this different stuff that you can go do. It's crazy. Yeah. Putt Shack's a great time if you haven't been.
I've drank at Putt Shack, but I have not putted at Putt Shack.
I've only putted there once, but I've drank there more than once.
Yeah, they got good drinks.
Have you done the virtual reality shooting?
I have not done that either, no.
I feel like you just gotta go in there and be like, hey, I got some rabs.
Yeah,
can we do a trade of services here?
Yeah. No, it's cool though. It looks really cool.
It looks like you could have a group of people go in. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm a
big
busy.
video game guy.
So am
like
I.
First person shooter.
Okay.
I don't play a lot anymore.
What's your favorite game?
Well, Brian, I've been playing Starfield. Have you been playing that?
I have to go buy an Xbox. I just got a PS. My in-laws got me a PS5 for Christmas.
They bought you the wrong system.
I know.
You're a traitor.
No. I mean, I do like the PS5. It's nice.
Whoa now. You're talking, one good game. You're gonna get all you traitor. No.
I have an Xbox. I have an Xbox One.
Okay.
And then I got the PS5 because I wanted to play some of the PS exclusive games like Horizon and
the new Horizon's coming out this year as well. Oh, the Motorsport.
Oh no, I'm talking about
Horizon.
Yeah, like Forbidden West.
See, he knows what's going on. He plays the good games.
Yeah.
No, I play Horizon, but Motorsport's coming out.
I'll tell you what I've really been sinking my time into is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom lately, which is an amazing game.
Is that the one that came out earlier this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's incredible. It's great.
So what's funny is I pre-ordered that. paid the $50 or whatever. Never went and picked it up. And I think GameStop still actually has my $50. By the way, that reminds me.
Just go get the game.
No, it was for the console and the game.
Oh,
Because I don't
gotcha.
have the console either.
Oh, you don't have a Switch.
No, I don't have
Yeah.
a Switch.
Yeah.
I don't play enough. But the Switch makes a lot of sense because you can carry it around. The Xbox you can't carry around.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I use it when I travel, the Switch, a lot. Like,
See,
it's amazing. We just drove to Denver.
That's
it's
why
a
I want a Switch.
13 hours drive. So I'm like, all right, babe, you got 5 hours. I'm gonna play some Tears of the Kingdom real quick.
Why would you allow GameStop to keep your money? Go get it, or I tell them to screw off one of the
Yeah,
two. GameStop
right,
sucks.
right.
I forgot.
Oh, okay, well, that
Until
I mean,
you know
until
it's
right now.
I think I've said this like 2 or 3 times, but I bring it up and then I forget immediately. Remind me after the pod.
No, my
okay.
little brother has Starfield, and he's been rubbing it in my face.
It's so.
He's been rubbing it in my face.
You're a
and I'm
Bethesda guy. You like
like,
Fallout.
oh yeah, I
and
love,
Sky-
yeah,
Dude,
yeah, Skyrim.
If you like
Fallout,
100%.
Yes.
There's been a lot of like, all right, so now that we're talking about video games, there's been a lot of controversy around. I don't see that there's a lot of controversy, but apparently there's been a lot of controversy about the pronouns in that game. Did you see this?
In Starfield?
Yeah.
No.
So there was a ton of people that bought the game, and this is probably like the vocal minority.
Yeah,
You know, we're
yeah.
talking 0.1,
Yeah.
0.01% or whatever. So you go in, character creation,
Mm-hmm.
just like any Oblivion or Skyrim games. You usually got traits or skills that you start off with, different powers and things like that, depending on your person. And one of the options is pronouns.
Yeah.
And I think it's just he, her, or he, him, she, her, they, them. And
That's
there's
it,
just been
yeah.
an uproar.
Well, rightfully so, If we can't get represented in our video games, someone's got to hear about it, right?
Well, it's like it's so ridiculous. It's like the people that act like there's not a problem, then all of a sudden there's they them in there, and they're like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?"
Yeah,
They
right.
start freaking out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways.
You can't. No, you really
also,
can't. And also, it's a video game.
Yeah, I know. Who gives a shit?
Come on.
There's a lot of people that give a shit, man. That's why you're talking about
I
it.
know.
I
It's
know.
insane. It's one thing.
Well,
and
even Doc brought it up on his stream live. He's
really
like, yeah.
when he was like going through the
He's
creation
just
of
like,
it?
man, I gotta stop for a second, man. This is bullshit. What are we doing here? Because he had the 3 options and he was just not having it.
Interesting.
He wanted more options, or he wanted less options.
He wanted no they them. I would assume.
Oh, okay. So that's what the.
Yeah, no. So the issue is that they have they them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So so it's the other. Yeah,
I thought you were saying they're uproar because there wasn't enough. They wanted more.
No, it's because there was they them.
Oh,
They
okay.
wanted
So-
nothing. They wanted all.
Oh
gone.
my
Yeah.
God. Well, now we're talking about a whole different subset of people.
Yeah,
So
I know. And it's like it's insane. So you go in, it's one thing you
Yes.
click, and I've played
Yeah.
the game, and I don't think they've ever referred to my player as a pronoun.
Right.
The
That's what I mean. It
rest-
probably never even comes
No,
up in the
it's
game.
Not. It does not come up in the game at all.
Do you have the adoring fan yet?
I do.
Yeah.
I chose the adoring fan.
My brother, he's like, dude, he just hypes me up. It's exactly what I need.
Yeah.
He's like, nice landing, bro. Like, I'm like, yeah, it was a nice landing.
The adoring fan is great.
Yeah, I love
and
it.
he always gives you stuff.
Yeah.
It's the guy from Oblivion.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's the guy
it's
from
the old,
Oblivion.
Yep.
It's
Just like Oblivion, he will die again.
100%. I'm sure he dies somehow.
Yeah.
He's
Has
got.
to.
Wait, do you know? No, don't give it away if you know. Don't give it away
I've
if
been
you
playing
know.
a better game, so I
Wait,
What have you been playing?
Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah, I heard
It
that
just
was
came
good.
out on
Yeah.
PS5. So
What-
That's the one where you can
Oh.
have sex with a bear, right?
Wait, is that real?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they don't hold back in that game. It's whatever.
Yeah.
There is a character
You
that
can have
turn into
sex
a
with
bear.
a bear.
Well,
Or you
the
can
person-
turn into a bear.
No,
Yeah, and then you have sex with it. Yeah.
The bear is fucking you. Well,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah.
People are weird, man.
Yeah.
Wait, so what is this game?
So it's called Baldur's Gate.
We just peeked some weird kink that he has.
No,
Weird.
You said, oh, there's a bunch of different ones.
So just look at the
Is
third
it role
one.
playing game?
Yeah. Well, if you play Dungeons and Dragons, it's basically that as a game.
Video game.
That sounds way too complicated.
That is great, dude.
If it's anything like D&D, it sounds way
of
too
course
complicated.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you gotta like D&D or role playing in general. One of the two.
Well, I like Bethesda role playing games.
Yeah.
And like Mass Effect.
Oh, Mass
it
Effect
has
is
a
great.
romance option like Mass Effect, so there you go. You'll like one option of it to get.
You
fucked
can
by the
flirt
bear.
with your companions in Starfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice. Oh, hey, yeah.
There we go. I think you can
I
date
need
them.
this game so bad. My wife won't let me buy an Xbox though.
Well, the problem is right now, I think it still doesn't come out till.
It should
You
be.
have to
no,
buy the
it's-
you have to buy the
No,
premium
it's
one.
today.
It is today.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
today. It's out today. I bought the premium because I
Yeah.
wanted to play it
Yeah.
over the weekend.
Right.
Literally,
I needed it days sooner, right?
I nerded out this weekend. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I went out, hung out with friends, drank a little bit, and then would go home.
Oh, my brother's
and
been
nerd
staying
out.
up till 5 in the morning. He says
Dude.
like he works for me, so he shows up to work. You know.
What is with these Bethesda games? I don't know. Right, like the first time, even though like Fallout 4 had its flaws, all these games have their flaws. It's just like you get in like for the first week or two, you just like I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna play it right now.
Yeah. That's all you can think about,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
It's like,
I need to finish
I
that
need to
quest
know
and get
more,
to the
yeah.
next one. What
Yeah.
XP am I at? What level am I at? I
Right.
need to keep this going.
exactly. No, it's great. It's great. It's addiction at its finest form.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. All right, off subject now. All right, so you said that obviously you're opening your location on the hill.
Mhm.
Now, you said that when you signed or you had the offer letter, essentially you were good to go. You had nothing set up. Now, you said a lot of the problems that I thought, creating the recipe, you're like, that's not the problem. The problem was actually getting everything going.
Yeah.
So what are some easy things that maybe you learned the hard way, that someone's opening, a restaurant or just a business, it would be nice for them to know now?
Yeah. Most of our issues or holdups kind of came with just even not working with the city, but getting all the stuff we needed
Yeah.
for the city.
Mm-hmm.
I would, anyone going through that, I would say, get your checklist of what you need in order. Like you need your employee ID, like the tax
Yeah.
ID number and the Missouri tax ID
Mhm.
number and all that stuff. Like get that stuff going, because once you get into it and you're ready to go, you could be waiting for weeks, or you know what I mean, like that kind of stuff. And all that stuff I just
Yeah.
had no idea about. I'm going
Yep.
through. Well, it's funny, we're going through it again now to open up the second location, but like when I did it the first time, it's all such a blur now that I'm like, wait, what order did I? I'm like, I wish I had.
You need to go back to the Google Doc.
Yeah, well, it's funny, because you go to these city the offices and like, oh, you need this. I'm like, okay, so I go get this. Come back.
But then they're like, oh, you need
And then,
this.
but the other people are like, no, you actually needed this for like. No one has like. It would be so easy for them just to talk together once and go, okay, here's a list we can just give people. Here's the order you need it. Here you go. Like simple.
It's government at its
So
finest.
simple. Well, I've recently learned that St. Louis is actually an example in a lot of like college economics textbooks about like big bureaucracy. And
Really?
Like all the
St. Louis is.
Apparently, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've had multiple people.
The
tell
city
me
or the
that.
county?
I believe the city.
Yeah, because the city's notorious for just
Yeah,
having massive issues doing anything.
yeah, yeah.
And it's
I
like it
know-
should almost be easier.
Yeah, I even know, like we're gonna be looking into getting the liquor license for the second spot, and like I know that's apparently a huge headache. So
Well, you usually have to have someone already like with a liquor license because it's so hard to get them.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Although I've heard it's tougher in some other places. So
I mean, Missouri, I think, has the loosest laws.
well,
What are you doing back there? Has the
Denver,
loosest laws, I think, are one of the states that have the loosest laws out of all states.
Right.
I mean, we can have if there's
it's not
four,
the it's
if
not
there's-
the laws though. It's the
Yes.
the way the
Yes.
offices work
Yeah.
together and what
Yeah.
they require.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, the liquor license comes from Jefferson County,
I
correct?
believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I know in Denver, I was talking to a business owner. He's like, oh, yeah, it's like 40 to 50 grand for a liquor, like, because they're all like allocated. Like, they only have a certain amount to give out there. And like, if you want one, it costs big bucks.
Interesting.
So
Where does that money go?
That's a great question.
Is it going to the government or is
Yeah.
it going to that person's
Yeah,
pocket?
who
Like,
knows?
where
I
does
don't
that
know.
money
I didn't
going?
ask those kind of questions, but maybe I should have.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
That's insane.
yeah.
Because we know starting a restaurant takes a lot of money, and that on top of it, with
I'm like, that's what I
the
paid for my
slim-
whole kitchen,
the
basically.
slim
you know?
profit margins that are already there. It's
And
like
that was
oh
on
my
like
God.
a very shoestring budget for us to get that,
Yeah.
a lot of used equipment, all that kind of stuff to get that going. So I can only imagine if I was like, oh, you need this amount as well.
Yeah.
No, forget it.
Do you like cooking movies?
Yeah, love them.
What's your favorite?
Hey there, St. Louis podcast listeners. We've got some exciting news from our sponsor, Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, led by the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Lee. Mark Lee of Farmers Insurance is recruiting agency owners here in St. Louis.
That's right, Garrett, and everyone knows what Farmers Insurance is, and if they don't, they will now.
Yes, it's kind of a household name. That said, as many of you know, a large part of our audience is made up of badass business owners, entrepreneurs, and top producing sales professionals with an open mind like yourself. Farmers Insurance is currently searching for driven individuals who aspire to own their own business or already own their own business and want to add another income stream to join the Farmers Insurance brand and own their own insurance agency.
This is a stellar opportunity to build your own insurance agency from scratch, take over an existing agency, or if you're just a slow roller, we know you the guys out there and ladies, get paid to train under an existing successful agency owner before starting your own.
Holy shit, Eric. That means that whether you have experience as a business owner or you've never heard the word business before in your life, there's a pathway to owning your own business through Farmers Insurance Agency led by Mark Lee.
That's right. You can become a Farmers Insurance business owner even if you've been homeless in the past, just like you.
Yeah, thanks.
If you've ever dreamt of being your own boss, building a team under a reputable brand, and making a difference in your community by offering top-tier auto, home, and commercial insurance to consumers and businesses in your area, Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, led by the godlike man himself, Mark Lee, has the perfect opportunity for you.
Visit insurancecareerstl.com to speak with Mark Lee, the district manager of Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, to become a Farmers Insurance agency owner today.
Did you hear that, St. Louis? Go visit insurancecareerstl.com. Insurancecareerstl.com. That is INSURANCE. Career, CAREERSTL.com.
To become a business owner today, again, one more time, visit insurancecareerstl, as in St. Louis.com today, right now, this second, or reach out to us at stlouispodcast.com and we'll introduce you to Mark Lee ourselves. And I promise he won't spell out insurance and career to you.
Now back to the show.
Burnt was really good.
You like Burnt?
Yeah, I did like Burnt.
I don't know why I don't like that movie.
Yeah. I like the one with
maybe it's because I just
what's his
the
name?
Hay Chef
With
just
the
gets
food
annoying.
truck.
Chef.
Oh yeah, Chef.
Yeah.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, with what's the
I think we just talked about this. A
the
couple weeks ago.
famous dude.
And the mom, Sophia
Vergara.
Yeah.
She's great. Chef
John Favreau.
John Favreau. Yeah.
There we go.
I'm like I was totally blanking on his
No,
name.
I
Star
love that
Wars,
movie.
all
That movie
stuff.
made.
Have you watched The
Elf.
Bear?
So
Okay,
love
there we
the
go.
It's so good.
I love The Bear. Amazing show.
Really?
I have not been able to watch the second season because I watched the first episode and it was triggering my anxiety because of what we're going through, like a lot of the same stuff, like opening a new
The second
location.
season is a different level.
Yeah, I know. Even the first season, that to-go episode where all the orders, I've been there, like all the orders are coming in and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. But
Turn
yeah,
off.
so we watched the first episode and I'm like, babe, I'm going to have to wait till we open up to watch this because like it's literally like I'm getting triggered right now.
I think it was like episode 6 or 7. It was like a Christmas episode. So many celebrities.
Oh, man.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Really?
You haven't watched this?
No.
Oh, The Bear's
Eric,
amazing.
It's so good.
What's it? You
It's
keep
on
saying
Hulu.
this. I don't have. Give me your password.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
like
it's
Sarah
amazing.
Paulson, Jamie Lee Curtis, not Dylan Mulvaney, not him.
Dylan
No,
Mulvaney.
John.
John Mulaney.
Yeah, him.
John Mulaney.
They're similar.
Yeah. No, that's a great show. And actually, kind of off topic, Jeremy Allen, what's his name?
Jeremy Allen White.
White,
Love
yeah.
him.
So, am I the only one that thinks that he should have been cast as Willy Wonka in this new movie that's coming out?
Yes.
Wait, there's a.
Oh, you're not the only one. I agree.
Because Timothy Chalamet is not. Even the previews, I'm like, this dude is not giving me Willy Wonka vibes. I need the dry, sarcastic.
Why Timothy Chalamet is not Willy Wonka?
No.
Why is
No.
that? That doesn't even make any
No.
sense.
But Jeremy Allen White looks like the dude.
Wonka,
Yeah,
yeah.
looks like Gene Wilder. And has that kind of drier sense
Mm-hmm.
of humor.
Who's played Willy Wonka? I mean, there's
Johnny Depp.
yeah. Well, I guess he's.
Yeah.
But he
Whatever.
was. I mean, Johnny Depp was always kind of weird. Is
Yeah.
that the right word?
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, he
Yeah.
plays weird characters.
Odd.
Yeah.
But
he
he does
plays-
it
Well,
well.
it was
He's
a Tim
fucking
Burton.
Captain
Yeah.
back
It was
here.
a
I
Tim
mean,
Burton take. So, Tim Burton loves Johnny Depp.
Yeah, the new trailer for the new one doesn't look very good.
Looks terrible.
Yeah.
It's like,
Dude, they all look the same except look at this. These are all the Willy Wonkas. They all look similar except for Timothy.
yeah. Yeah, well, he's supposed to be playing a younger Willy Wonka getting into the chocolatier game. But it looks very whimsical. And I'm like, that wasn't what Willy
It
Wonka
looks like
was.
Dude,
a legit musical.
Yeah, like a legit, but like that wasn't
Like,
what Willy
not a-
Wonka. Willy
no.
Wonka was more of a movie with some songs in it that were like great songs.
Willy
Like
Wonka's
the
not a
Oompa
happy
Loompas.
movie.
No, it's not a
No,
happy
it's
movie
not
at all.
at all,
That's
dude.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and that's
dude.
what I love about it.
This
The dark,
movie's
the
not
dry,
that- yeah.
like the kids running into the chocolate river. He's like, no, stop,
Yeah,
wait, like you
yeah.
know, very, very bleak. Like, I don't know. I was kind of mad.
How
when
many
I-
kids die in the
At least those kids are
like
dead.
6, I think.
Like five or six of those
Yeah.
kids, they're all dead.
They say that they do save them at the
No,
end.
no, they're dead. Those kids are dead.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Those kids are
Yeah, like the
dead.
Johnny Depp one, they walk out and they all like the fat one that was in the river. He like walks out and he's huge, and then Violet has like
yeah.
trash all over her, and then the girl that eats the gum,
Yeah.
she's like elastic and huge. I'm like, they're dead.
Yeah,
They're not
dead.
gonna come out
They're
like
dead
this.
for
Oh,
real.
I didn't say that they were all right. I said that they were still alive.
This
No,
is
no,
in an
they're
alternate
dead.
reality, right?
I'm talking about original Gene Wilder,
Oh,
Willy
yeah.
Wonka. Those
Oh,
kids
they're-
are dead.
oh, they
Also,
are.
Uncle Joe is a scumbag.
100%.
That dude's the worst.
100%. Dude.
Like, I mean, come on. The dude can't get out of bed. He's got his grandson out there making all the money for him.
Uh-huh.
Then all of a sudden, he's like, hey, I got this ticket. Woohoo! He gets up. Then who's the one that's telling him to drink the stuff? Uncle Joe, man, trying to ruin the whole
if
thing
you guys
for him.
got a golden ticket, would you go,
Yeah, absolutely.
even though you could die?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
The
think I
fear
would
of
too.
death is what makes it exciting.
I think you just got to be aware.
Yeah.
No,
And also
you get
those-
no warning. You just
Well-
go in there and
Well,
you
isn't that story all about? I don't think that kid was supposed to get that golden ticket. Like the golden ticket, wasn't it supposed to go to all shitty people, and that was like the whole point?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
Well, no, it was just
No.
like random.
Because all the other characters had issues, right? They all
Yeah.
presented them as like bad
Right.
people,
Well, they
Yeah.
had money.
arguing with their parents. They
Yeah.
all had money.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
had more of a chance
Well, they
to
all and
buy
they
it.
they all took the deal. That was
Yeah.
the thing. That was it was, keeping your integrity and not taking the deal from the other candy
Yeah.
guy. But he wasn't. It was the secret agent for Willy Wonka.
Who makes Willy Wonka? Like who? What studio is that? That's
Disney?
not Disney, is it?
I thought it was Disney. Hold on.
Warner Bros.
Oh.
Interesting. Yeah, I used to watch. I don't remember why, but I used to watch like. I feel like it was maybe not the original one, but the second one, like all the time as a kid.
Oh,
It was like
I
one of
only
those
watched the
movies I just had
original one.
on. Only the
Yeah.
original?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I saw the Johnny Depp one, but
I can't even remember. It's just been so long.
it was so out there. I didn't like it. It's just
Yeah, I saw that one first.
oh,
And then I
what?
went back and watched the first one.
Man, what were your parents doing?
Well, when did all right, hold on. Before I answer this.
It had
What-
to be like 2007, 2008.
Yeah, when did the
In like the 70s? Or...
71.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Johnny Depp was 05.
Yeah.
So
No,
I was
so I'm
literally in
wrong.
kindergarten.
No, I'm wrong. So I would have been already
Yeah.
12 by then. I definitely okay, so I grew up watching the old one.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Yeah. Because that's all black and white.
No,
until-
No.
no.
Isn't it black and white until they get to
That's
No.
Dorothy.
What do you, Wizard of Oz?
That's Wizard of Oz.
No.
Wasn't that
I
like
swear
the
to
30s?
God, I remember.
No, you're
first-
wrong. No.
No, not the whole movie. Hold on.
No.
None of
it's
that
not
movie's in black and white.
I
Not
remember.
one single bit.
I remember inside their house.
No.
Where Uncle Joe was.
Wrong.
Being like.
I mean,
They
it
just
looks.
have no
it
decor.
looks. Yeah, it looks really bleak.
Okay.
It looks really
I don't
bleak.
remember. I remember it
but
being
it's
like
not-
They
almost
live in
black
like a
and
little
white.
shack.
It's
Yeah.
like gray, whatever.
Yeah, to you, it might have been like, oh, this place sucks. It's definitely black and white, but it wasn't. No,
So they're ruining Willy Wonka.
they're ruining Willy Wonka.
They're ruining
Snow White.
Snow White.
yeah,
They're just going back and murdering all of the classic movies.
I watched that new Little Mermaid last night.
How was that?
Not good.
Not great.
Yeah.
No.
I
I like
don't-
the Little Mermaid.
I don't. You know what's so
Yeah,
odd?
the original.
Yeah,
It's great.
Yeah.
You know the problem with the original movie is the contract is invalid that she signs with Ursula.
Yeah.
She's a minor.
Ah.
She's under 18.
Yeah.
Can't
But
enter
we're
into that
talking
contract.
about now we're getting into maritime law, though.
Yeah.
So it might be different.
Yeah.
It might be different.
What's it called? Yeah, what's it called where you're like out in the seas? Is that maritime
I
law?
think
or
it's
is that-
maritime law,
It's what
Yeah.
like where there's no one technically owns that
Yeah.
part of the water, so it's
So
like
you're like a pirate.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they do whatever the fuck they want out there, bro.
yeah. That's hilarious. All right, so
Well, also, do you watch Always Sunny at all?
yeah, so I watched it.
So it's the
I watched it in
implication.
college.
It's the implication, you know? They're not going to say no because of the implication.
Which episode was that?
That is it's the one where the storm of the century and they're
Yeah.
all in the
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
I
They're
alwa-
talking about going out into the sea like
Yes.
or they have a whatever, something like that.
I love the one where Charlie goes crazy,
Yeah.
where he's developing a business plan, right, or something. Or no, he's trying to figure out who stole something, and I remember him just freaking out like
Yeah.
in the closet.
Yeah.
And we've used that video for our own sake for like creating marketing campaigns.
Yeah,
how
it's
people
great.
create marketing campaigns like X to Y to Z. It's
Yeah.
like holy shit, all over the place.
Yep.
I haven't watched Always Sunny in a long time though. I need to go back through that show.
Yeah. There's some good stuff there.
What's the other one where the other one I always remember is where they're like hula hooping or something for like the longest amount of time.
I don't know if I remember that.
Oh
one.
my god! Or they're dancing.
Oh, it's
like
the dance off. Yeah, it's the dance
dance
off,
off,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
try and dance for
Yeah.
like it's like over
It's great.
24 hours.
It's a great episode.
So funny. Well, if you like that, you like Seinfeld, then, right?
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
I personally like Curb a little bit better, but
Okay.
that's just me.
I like Curb.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that because you like the dry humor even
Yeah.
more so of what's his name?
Larry David.
Larry David.
Yeah, I
Even though
love
Seinfeld's
Seinfeld.
pretty dry.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I love it. What I love about Curb is that it feels a little more real. Like I think that's just how he is.
Yeah.
I heard a story of a celebrity who was behind Larry David at like a driving range. And it was like $11 for a bucket of balls, and he was like, Larry was just like, "Why's it got to be $11? Like now I got to give you a 20, you got to break it. Like I could just give you a 10. It could be so much." Like he's just that way in real life, and that's what cracks me up. Like he's just that much of a, you know.
That would be so funny to have an interaction with him.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I can't imagine. Yeah, there's so many stories like that of him just cracking up.
yeah. No,
Like-
I think he's just.
He is that person,
He totally is. Like that's just him.
which is hilarious.
It's like, dude, you have millions and millions and millions of dollars, and you're busting this dude's balls about an $11, you know.
It's like, how about you just give me the 20? I don't give you any change.
Right,
back.
yeah,
We'll-
exactly.
We'll call it even. We'll call it even.
Yeah.
So, any plans besides opening up the new spot? When is that supposed to open up?
We don't have a specific date. We're still
Yeah.
putting in some flooring and doing some cleaning. We're
Gotcha.
hoping in the next 2 to 3 months.
Okay,
Fingers crossed
sure.
how that goes.
Mhm.
We'll start out doing production out of there, but I will be opening up. There's like a market side. So I either want to do some ravs frozen to people, or I really want to do pizza by the slice.
Did you buy the recipe, by the way?
Of what?
Mama's?
No.
Because
No.
What happened to that company? They're gone. Did she die? They're
No,
gone?
so Mama Toscano's it's been owned by the son and his wife since
Okay.
like the 80s now.
Okay.
So they were, I mean, they've been working at it for a long time.
Yeah.
He's got some children. He was gonna try and see if one of them wanted to do it, like keep it going. They tried for a little while, and it's just like not really working for any of
Yeah.
them. So he was like,
Yep.
okay, well then we're just gonna put the building up for lease. And when I saw it, I was like, I don't want anybody else to do anything but make ravioli
Yeah.
out of there. So I'm like,
Yep.
we'll take it, kind of thing. And so yeah, so they've been great. They
So they're not doing any ravioli anymore.
no, they're retired now. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So their recipe is Gone.
They have it, yeah, but we have our own recipe, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
you know,
Did
doing
all-
our own thing. Well, but obviously, they also made theirs a different way, so it was like a totally different
Okay.
type. You know, it wasn't like how we do ours. So there was that, and plus, you know, we have the dessert toasted ravioli, which I think is a very unique thing,
100%.
and we kind of want to.
So when I first heard about that, the dessert toasted rav, the first
You were
thing I
skeptical,
thought,
weren't
what?
you?
Oh, 100%. I was like, so I was with, again, I was with my family and they were all like, yo, we're going to go get them all. And my cousin was like, I guarantee we smashed a couple of whatever the sweet one was.
Yeah.
That was there. And I was like, I don't know. It's a toasted rav that's sweet. And the first, like, you cut it open a little bit and then you take a bite and you're like, okay, this is some magic here.
Yeah, it's good.
It's literally delicious.
I mean, I had people commenting like, sure, it's delicious, but it's not a toasted ravioli. It's just not. And I'm like, well,
what's the definition of a toasted rav? Isn't it just a
in my
isn't
mind,
it just
it's
a ravioli?
two sheets of pasta with a filling stuffed, and it's breaded and deep fried,
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
yeah.
So I'm like, can confirm is a toasted rav.
Ravioli definition. All right.
Ravioli specific, it does have to be 2 sheets of pasta. It's technically not supposed to be folded over. It's supposed to be 2 different sheets, but
I mean, this is just saying type of pasta comprising a filling, enveloped, and thin pasta dough.
yeah, right. So,
All right. Send this to anyone that
yeah,
says it's
right,
not.
yeah. But that
Take
was,
it up with Google.
we haven't gotten that since we opened, really. But that was like before we opened, we were kind of revealing what we were, and people,
No,
you know,
everyone was like,
we also got a lot of like,
"That's not
did
a
you
real
hack
toasted
my
rav."
laptop? Because I've had this idea. I'm like, well, I had the idea for many years, and I've said this too. We're not the first ones to come up with the idea. We're just the first ones to actually
To do
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, it's hard. It's time consuming. Making ravioli is a very time consuming process.
Yeah, and owning a restaurant is fucking hard work.
It is hard work. I'm
it's
tired every day.
Yeah, it's
Like,
insane.
And then of course we got a puppy like 2 months ago. I was like,
So you haven't been sleeping?
in case we weren't busy
Yeah.
enough and didn't have enough going on, we was like, oh, let's get a puppy. Yeah, that'll be fun.
You guys got any kids?
No,
Okay.
no, we have 5 cats and a dog
Oh
now.
shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the 5 cats are way easier than the 1 dog. My 5 cats are simple.
Now, did you get lucky with the cats?
You
Because
did-
some
we did.
people
We
say
did.
it's hit or miss.
Yeah. We've never had bad luck with cats. So I get that people, I mean, most people that don't like cats have had like one bad experience, like a cat they grew up with or something like that. And then they're like, I hate cats. They're just the worst.
That's 100%. Because I remember as a kid, I didn't meet a cool cat until I was in college.
Yeah. Yeah.
But none of my friends had cats. But I remember, like, as a child, I don't know where I was.
Yeah.
There was some dickhead cat.
Yeah.
And I was scared for my life. And probably ever since then, I was like,
Yeah. My cats are amazing. Like
I love chill cats.
Yeah.
They come up and you pet them.
they're chill. They answer to their names. Like they,
Really?
like, yeah, I've had 2 of them that they don't do it so much anymore, but as they were kittens and younger, they would play fetch. Like
Yeah.
they have their toy and they bring it back to me. I've got one that literally asks for water. Like sounds like she's saying what should get up on the sink and say,
Water.
yeah. It's
That's
funny.
awesome.
Yeah. So they're great. I love my cats.
See, now this is what I'm talking about. You got to have both cats and dogs.
Yeah.
If you're going to have one, you got to have the other.
Most dog people hate cats though.
100%.
But I don't get that a
Me.
lot from I don't get that a
Why
lot
do you
from
hate
cat
cats,
people.
Katie?
Well, I
That's
never.
because you like dogs. Stop comparing them.
Well, yeah.
Do you just like
that's
cats?
No,
Okay, so why?
because majority of them are like independent. Dogs aren't.
Yeah.
You can like pet them, play
That's
with
why.
them.
It's one reason I like cats.
Yeah. Oh man, it's amazing.
No,
When
if
we
I
just
want
had
a
the
pet-
5 cats, I could go out of town for 2 to 3 days and just give them enough food and water, and like
Yeah.
they're fine.
Right, but
Can't
like
do that with a dog.
dogs are just more fun.
Yeah, dogs are
That's
fun.
true.
That's true.
Yeah.
My cats are a little more cuddly than the dog, though. They like
See,
they.
yeah, it just depends on the cat.
Yeah.
But also, both my parents are allergic to cats, so I never had one.
Yeah.
But my boyfriend has one. She's okay.
What's wrong with your boyfriend's cat?
She's not like she's kind of shy, but like if you're just like in the basement for a while, she'll come down and like kind of let you pet her, but she's kind of picky.
I'm just happy
She
when
probably
a cat.
just picking up your negative energy.
Maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
It could be that.
Cats, yeah. Cats are weird.
I love cats.
Cats
And
are
also,
so
they
weird.
just like shit and piss in the house in the litter box.
In a box, yeah.
Yeah, but like it's still in the
My
house.
dog will shit and piss in the house, but it's not in a box.
That's true.
You got me there.
It's not in a box. And I have to clean it up.
Yeah, that's man. Having it, yeah. I've never had. Growing up, all I had was fish. So
You turned out so weird.
Yeah.
I grew up
Yeah,
with
you
no.
seem like a fish guy.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. I would love to have a dog growing up. I would have loved that.
Yeah.
But my mom was allergic. But I grew up with allergy shots.
Allergic? Was she not allergic?
No, I think she definitely is. But there's hypoallergenic dogs. You could have figured it out.
It's funny you say that because one of our best friends.
She's definitely allergic, but also I think she might be, bringing it on a little bit too.
Her whole life, her mom told her, "Oh no, you're allergic to cats. Can't have you're allergic or whatever." And so she never just stay away from cats. We had 4 or 5. She comes over to our house, and she's like, "I'm allergic to cats," and there for like 2 or 3 hours. Like our house, there's cat fur everywhere. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, are you allergic? Come to find out, she's not. Now they have 4 cats.
That's so funny. No, so I had where you go in and they hit your back, right?
Yeah, they do a little.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Someone's like, "Yo, let's put everything in this tray,
Yeah.
and just stab people with it, and then we'll
see what comes up.
They'll see what they're allergic to." It's crazy. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Eric,
But-
have you ever seen a hypoallergenic dog? They're like rats, right? Like half the breeds
No.
are small like rats.
No, there's got to be a mid.
Golden doodles.
Yeah, they're big dogs.
Yeah,
Golden
my
doodles.
buddy has a golden doodle. It doesn't shed. But also golden doodles, I mean, they're fine.
They're
My
cute.
buddy's looks like Will Ferrell. I'm not joking. Like if you
Kinda got
could,
that
Yeah, I
floppy
don't,
head.
Yeah.
I
kind
don't
of
like the
thing.
ones that are like super curly like a poodle.
Yeah.
that's
I've had
that's
one and she had like wispy like straight
Yeah, it's
hair.
more like
he's got
There's
curls.
quite a few poodles out
He's
there.
got the curls.
I don't like poodles.
Yeah, I don't disagree. But that dog is chill. That dog's chill. See, what I say is I don't like I don't like most dogs because most people suck.
yeah,
But the dog sucks because the person sucks usually.
normally, yeah,
Not because the dog just sucks.
right,
So
yeah.
then I know I'm like, you probably suck.
yeah. No, we go to Bar K all the time, and there's people who don't watch their dogs or do whatever. I'm like, their dog's terrorizing everyone. They're just sitting there on their phone. I'm
Yeah. Like you're a terrible
like,
person.
fuck you, dude.
Did you see Bar K sold?
Yeah, I did.
So they got bought by I think it's some chain.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're
Well, I
making
mean,
it a chain.
Well, they are a chain.
Oh,
Bar K has other locations. I know they have
Oh.
one in KC.
or maybe they expanded. Was the
They're
first one here though?
Yeah, I don't know if the first one was. I don't think though.
Okay.
I think KC was before us.
Interesting. Okay.
But
So-
I could be wrong on that. I don't know. I'm a new dog owner, so
Yeah, yeah. Bar K's cool though.
it's great.
I
love
can't
it.
imagine though how dirty that turf is out there.
It doesn't.
I'm sure
it
they-
does't seem like it.
I'm sure they rinse it down, but it's
Yeah,
still
well,
gotta be.
Just the idea of Bar K, if you came to me and pitched me the idea as a business of we're just gonna let everybody's dogs out here, they're just gonna be running around, I'm like, you're fucking crazy. That'll never work. Somehow it works.
I
It's
don't know
cool.
how it works.
Yeah, it's cool.
Is it because the people that have the shitty dogs probably just don't go there?
I hope so. Yeah.
Because otherwise they go there and just tear it up. You
Yeah.
you ever been to Bar K? No.
It's fun.
It is a fun
No,
spot.
I have 3 dogs, but they're kind of iffy.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. I didn't realize that was such a big thing too. That people's dogs just don't like other dogs.
What?
like-
Yeah. What's up with your dogs?
They don't attack, but if my aunt or somebody has brought I think it's territorial
Yeah,
type
yeah.
thing. But at the vet, they're
So that's-
fine. They're actually
that's-
sure at the vet.
That's training. They need some.
Well,
They need
it's too late now. They're 7 and 8 years old.
Oh, you can teach them.
No, you can still teach him. Yo, we know a good dog trainer.
I know.
We know a good one.
I know.
You know.
You paying for it? Or
Yeah,
No, it's not
You're
my
done?
dog.
You're done?
Not my dog. All right. So got a couple more things here before
Yeah.
we wrap up. What has been the most rewarding moment starting, creating, going through this whole process of STL Toasted?
I think I touched on it a little bit. The most rewarding is just getting in touch with the community and the people that I've gotten to talk to and meet and friends that I've made, like
Yeah.
it's been amazing. It's been really cool. Once we signed that letter of intent, we did some pop-ups, and it was really cool to see other businesses like, oh yeah, you can come in here and use our kitchen and like just collaborate. I have other friends who are business owners. Like, it's not like this in other cities. Like,
Interesting.
like people aren't just willing to collaborate like that and like let you come in and sell your product out of their thing.
Yeah, because usually restaurants are kind of known as like not playing well with one another.
Yeah. So it was really cool that was, the case here. And like St. Louis has been really welcoming and people have been awesome.
Yeah, no, St. Louis is an interesting city.
Yeah.
We show a lot of love and we need to, especially to small businesses. Like, there's been an attack on small businesses for a long time now.
Especially talk about our downtown area. You see all these places closing. It's sad. Like,
well, like conspiracy in me thinks the end goal is they don't want us to have small businesses because that's power.
Yeah.
It's like you're your own person.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need you.
Right.
But, everyone goes and works for massive companies. Makes everything a lot easier.
Absolutely.
Anyways.
No, I agree. I think you're right. I think I mean, it may not be exactly the plan, but I think that's definitely what's happening.
Yeah.
They don't like that a lot of small businesses garner a lot of support throughout the community, and like places like this, they stand together, and
well, it's an easy way to separate when there's no small businesses.
Right.
There's nothing like that going on. There's no community aspect. Then you don't care about your neighbor.
Yeah. Well, I also feel like culturally there for a while, especially here in America, we kind of got away from that like maker aspect. Like we're going to make our own thing and we're going to do our own things. Like it was very much like, oh, let's just bring in a bunch of chains and like keep it like that just for a while. But
good thing from COVID, I think, was that.
Yeah. A lot of people
there's
a
lot of shitty things that went with COVID, but I think that's one of the pros is a lot of people said, and cons as well.
Yeah.
But
I think it gave
definitely
people
more
some
so
time.
pros. Yeah.
Time to think, actually I could make a business out of doing something that I love, or like bring something to the community that they're going to love as well, and make something that's not just like prefabricated, or like we're actually going to make this and do this ourselves and make it quality and that kind of thing. I think that's changed, changing. And I love to see that.
No, there's a ton. What's interesting is I find, maybe I'm off here, but it seems like people that are new in business and people more so younger, I think are more open to collaborate.
Yeah.
More so than the people that have been around forever.
For sure. No,
it just seems that way.
Yeah. Which is sad.
Yeah.
Because
it is.
I think it only hinders your business the less you're willing to collaborate with people.
Well, also, I mean, you've been around, you say you're 60, 70 years old.
Yeah.
You're not going to be here forever.
Yeah.
You don't want to pass that knowledge along to someone else. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, it seems crazy to me because, like, as of right now, we don't have any children.
Yeah.
So it's not like I have anyone to leave this to, but I would love to share my knowledge with anybody that I could to help them, in their next phase of business. Or I even have people that work for me that are trying to start their own thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want you to ever have to quit here or leave here going, I have to go work for someone else. Like, I hope that if you quit or leave, like, you're set up in a position to where you can go do your thing that you want to do. That's something that I'm passionate about, that I want for, and not everybody wants to do their own thing, and that's totally fine. But I know a lot of people working.
Most people don't want to do their own thing.
Yeah, because they see all the headache that it takes. But some people do, and I think a lot of times those people are kind of like, especially in kitchens and stuff, like they don't want to see them succeed. Like owner, like they I know it's weird. Like, oh, I want to keep them here, and I want to keep them to myself, or want to, I don't want them rising any higher. But like, no, we should be supporting them and making sure that, because ultimately that's going to make them work harder for you until they get to the point where it's like, now they can go do this for themselves, and that's what they want.
Yep. We've had people leave, our company to go start companies, and that's 100%. More power to you.
Yeah.
We want that. Is there any way we can help?
Right. I think it also is it's part of your legacy as an owner or whoever, that you're putting yourself into these people and helping them thrive. Like, helps you as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think most people just, it feels like, just don't care.
No.
Aren't genuine
Yeah.
and
Right.
could care less.
Yeah.
Well, all right, we'll see you later.
Yep.
It's like, okay.
No, it hurts me.
Yeah.
Like if someone doesn't, even like, work in restaurants, people aren't going to show up.
Yeah.
Like, even like people that you've just met, but like,
Mhm.
it's still, I'm like, man, I feel bad sometimes. I'm like, did something we did, it's like,
Well, we're going through the process of hiring people at West County Insulation, which has been tough because people don't.
it's
You know,
been-
you
it's
used to be able
difficult.
to find laborers
Yeah.
that would get paid a decent. We're starting at like 20 an hour,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is no skill. You
Yeah.
don't need to have shit
Yeah.
besides literally some work shoes, and we got shirts and shit
Yeah.
and a pair of pants.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Oh, you need a ride.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to get to and from a job. But starting at 20 an hour, no skills. And it's going through the process of hiring, recruiting. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Yeah, I've almost
And
even
you'll-
stopped looking at Indeed and all that stuff because I'm like, the people that I get a lot of times just aren't serious, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm just like, I'd rather
Well, you'll phone interview them, you'll have them come in, and then they'll no show. And it's like, damn.
dude,
How do you no show an interview? The balls. I can't even comprehend no showing an interview. That's insane to me.
we've gone through even like phone interview. All right, we're gonna set up a trial shift. Like, you're pretty much hired. You just have
Yeah.
to come and show us that you can actually do the job.
Yeah.
And then text them that morning, hey, just reminder today at whatever time. Oh, yep, got it on my calendar. I'll be there. No show, no text. I'm like, okay, I don't really care, but why would you waste your own time like that? Like,
Yeah.
you went through all this just to not even show up? Like, why? That was, 3-4 hours of your time that you just,
It makes no sense.
yeah, just like, nope, not even a text or whatever. Or like, because I don't care. You're not even hired yet. So it's not like
Yeah,
you're going to
yeah.
hurt my feelings by saying, you know what, actually, there's something else going on. Or it's just wild. We have
Instead, it's just nothing.
one of the people that does interviews for us said someone called like 3 months later. Like, they had a scheduled time for their interview, and they're like,
Like, yo, I'm coming in.
and like 3 months later, like, hey, we still want to do that interview. That was 3 months. Like, that position's been filled. Like, what are you talking about? It's just wild. It's wild.
That's so
It's-
ridiculous.
I think it's changed too since COVID. I think,
That fucked up hiring
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, for sure.
And I think we'll come back to some sort of normality. But yeah, the other thing I think, and this was before COVID as well. It's just people don't respect a hiring process.
Where are they
It's like,
making their money?
I don't know. We've talked about this multiple times on the podcast. No one fucking knows. No one has a good answer.
Where are they making their money? Is it feet pics?
No, it's
Like-
Epstein's mailing them
Like,
all.
what's going on?
Yeah, Epstein's Island's mailing them all money from his dead, trust. I don't know.
I'm like, you haven't worked in a year and a half.
Well, they were getting paid by the government for a little bit.
yeah, but even that wasn't
ended
much.
a while.
Even that wasn't much.
But for the people that are getting paid like $15 an hour, they
Yeah.
quit and they were getting paid. I think a lot of people were getting paid more
Yeah,
than what they were getting paid at their job to
Right.
sit at home.
yeah,
Which, I say it every time. I'm like, if any business owner out there or hiring manager sees that lapse
yeah,
and they don't have a good reason for it, and if their reason is I sat at home,
yeah.
don't hire that fucking person.
Right.
I would never hire
Yeah,
that person.
yeah.
Only for the simple fact of you're just mooching.
Yeah.
You're literally mooching.
And you're
You're
probably not going to come in
able-bodied.
here and work very hard.
Yeah, you're
You know.
exactly. If you did that, you're probably not going to be a good employee.
Yeah.
Maybe, but probably not.
Probably not.
So might as well just take them out of the rotation.
Yeah. Unless you have a good excuse, there were things for some people, but
No,
I think a
for
lot
sure.
of people were just like, yeah, it was, well, why would I go
Yeah.
work if
Why would
could-
I go to work when I can get paid? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's crazy that was a thing. COVID is crazy time.
It was.
COVID is crazy. It's coming back though. We're
That's
about to mask up again.
I know. I know.
That's ridiculous. If they try and make us mask up again, I'm gonna fight.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
fight. It's not gonna happen.
No, I think even if it is like a legit scare or anything, I think people are just so
They're
over
not-
it
they're
at
not
this
gonna
point.
listen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen.
Like if they try to initiate like lockdowns again, it's
Like
literally
literally
not gonna happen.
half the population could die, and people would be like,
Nah.
You probably maybe not half, but yeah, we have to see at this point. I remember like the first videos that came out were like people dropping dead like in the street. You remember that?
Yeah.
There was like, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so I was one of the people at our office paying attention to COVID.
Yeah.
Like I was in Colorado, the beginning of March, watching it spread.
Yeah.
And it was like the first cases in Vail.
Yeah.
And I'm in Steamboat with my family. And then it was like, fifth case in Vail. And I was like, fuck, we're like an hour and a half from there.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way it's not here.
Yeah.
And we ended up leaving Colorado, and the day afterwards, all of the ski resorts in the whole state closed. The day after we left.
Wow.
So I was like, all right, we got to ski at least that year. But yeah, I know, right?
First world
Yeah,
problems.
I know, right?
Well, at least we got to ski.
Because they weren't. I don't even think they were opening the year after that. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I was paying attention to it. I was on the other side of it because I was the one freaking out.
Yeah.
Because I was paying like attention. I guess looking back at it at the beginning, a lot of it was probably propaganda to make us freak out, which it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. It worked
Yeah.
for sure. And damn, yeah, if that started happening though, but what I was getting to is if I saw those videos happening in real life, then I'd be like, all right, this is a problem.
Right,
It's a problem.
right. But they weren't. That
No.
wasn't happening.
No,
People
it
weren't
wasn't.
falling out in the streets.
No. It was a lot of unhealthy and,
Gotta love that old social media.
Older people. Yeah. What are you going to do? All right. I did want to ask one last thing before we get out. If you're not at STL Toasted, what's your favorite places to visit or eat in St. Louis?
Louis on Demun.
Yes.
Um,
Wait a second.
Demun.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. I've heard it Demon. I don't know.
I just make sure I have to say the street because if I say Louis, people are like Bar Louis. I'm like, fuck no.
No. I don't go to Bar Louis.
I'm like,
And also,
like no,
I learned that place isn't even local.
no. It's not.
I always thought Bar Louis,
No.
Louis, St.
Yeah.
Louis. I
Yeah,
always
it's
thought it
not.
was local.
Nope.
This is like City Winery. This
Yeah.
is good. They're like, dude, we need to infiltrate
Yeah,
St. Louis.
right.
It's like, why? Our
They did
name
it.
is Bar Louis.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, genius.
Yeah. No.
Louis is great though.
Louis is amazing.
You get they have the machines in the back to cut
Yeah.
prosciutto.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's all. I mean, everything there's good. It's
I know.
phenomenal.
I
I was supposed to go there last night. Actually, my wife got sick.
I always love the prosciutto there. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Retreat Gastropub.
Mhm.
I love that spot. Sado is awesome.
Where's that at?
Sado's on the hill. It's the new sushi spot from Nick Bogner from Indo.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Indo.
Yeah.
He opened us. Interesting.
Oh, bro. Best sushi in town.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Have you been to Izakaya Ren?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
They dry age all their fish. Like it's
Really?
good.
Hey, remember this for Deets. Yeah, because we're big sushi people, so we.
You're gonna like it.
Okay.
And I'll put my reputation. If you don't like it, you can punch me in the face.
I'll show up at the Foundry and be like, "Where is he?
No,
Where is he at?"
Where is this rat bastard at? Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Interesting.
Um,
I'll have to go to Sado.
Love Indo too, but right there, Union Loafers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
these are all like my favorite spots.
I love and also hate having restaurant owners on because we talk about food and I'm just like, I'm so fucking hungry right now. This is bad. I'm sure all of our listeners are like, where can you go get food? Go to the City Foundry right now.
Yeah.
To anyone that's listening, go
Dessert
to the Foundry.
toasted ravioli,
There we go.
or you can go eat one of the places we mentioned, then come get dessert
Yes.
for us. Whatever.
Definitely get a couple wraps though.
Yes, you need
What-
to come try the wraps.
You have what is it? Orders of 3 and 5 or
4 and 8.
4 and 8?
And then the dessert ones you can buy single or in packs of 3. They're bigger. So
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The dessert ones are
They're
okay.
big. Yeah,
that's
they're
right.
big.
Okay.
The
okay.
lemon blackberry one that you guys have had,
Yeah, that one's on the.
it's unreal.
We also have our Oreo cheesecake one
Oh,
right now. Which
Dude,
Is that
with
out right now?
Yeah, with an
Yeah.
espresso
Oh.
whipped cream.
No.
Oh,
Eric,
it's so good.
It's literally insane.
It's amazing.
Um,
It's probably my favorite dessert we've done.
What time do you guys open?
We open at 11, and we're open all day till 9 or 10, depending on the day.
You
Eric's
said you
about to get fat tomorrow. is
you
what
said
I'm
you
hearing.
cater or you don't?
We do. I mean, depending on right now, it just depends on.
Okay.
The,
We'll talk
yeah,
after.
yeah, because
Okay.
like I said, it's a space thing. But if it's,
I was saying
we've done catering
Okay.
orders. It's just sometimes with the
I don't know if
busyness.
you
Right now
know-
we're a little slow, so we can do some catering.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if at 9 a.m. someone could swing by. If you guys would have it done by then, if we ordered, obviously. Ahead
Oh,
of time,
if you order the head of time, yeah, we can make it happen.
Joe goes right by there. There we go, making it happen. Okay. All right. Anything that you'd like the fans to know, listeners to know? Where should they go check you out? Obviously, like we said, STL Toasted, City Foundry. Go visit them. Show your love.
Instagram, STL Toasted. I think it's the same for Facebook. STL Toasted, 2 words. We're there. We're at the Foundry 7 days a week.
Every day.
Every day.
Okay.
Every day. Every day. The more I say it, the more depressed I get.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It's fine. It is a lot being open 7 days a week. I would like to have one day, but
Mondays are why? Okay, so why are Mondays usually the day that restaurants take off?
I think it's just because of a weekend thing. Like you slammed all weekend. Monday's normally a little bit slower anyways.
It is, yeah.
Now for us, Mondays actually do well.
Really? Why
because
do you think
everything else is so closed.
okay.
So we actually get a little bit of some of that business on Mondays. However, Tuesdays for us are like dead, which is weird.
So now you just found your day.
Yeah. Well, I just contractually I'm not allowed to take that day.
Oh,
so-
you have to be
Yes.
open every single
Yes.
day.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can you say? Never mind.
I mean, if
Hey, the fryer's not working.
if
every
something
single
comes,
Tuesday.
they're not like that. If something comes up, obviously we can close, but like we're just not allowed.
It's like
to,
every
like,
single Tuesday for the past
Yeah.
3 months. You've been closed due to fryer issues.
Yeah.
And
That's weird, man.
I don't know. It's
so
just
wild.
Tuesdays.
Yeah, Tuesdays. What is it? What is it? Yeah, no, but yeah, they can visit us there. We're hopefully, like I said, have the Hill location up and going here in a few months. They can visit us when we'll announce that probably on the socials.
Yeah, make sure and
We'll let you guys know. For
yeah,
sure.
make sure and let us know.
We'll do
Absolutely.
a little. I'm sure we'll do a little like friends and family night. So
Perfect.
We'll invite
Hey,
you guys
I'd
out
love
to
to
that.
come out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Keep an eye on it. Like I said, we rotate our flavors out. So
How often?
seasonally normally. Yeah.
Okay.
So we kind of just made the rotation on the ones we did now. So probably be another couple months or so.
Okay.
But yeah, you can always check out our menu. It's got a link tree on our Instagram
Yep.
and Facebook. They can look at that and see what's up, see what's changed. Come try some new stuff. Yeah.
It's always fun. City Foundry, STL Toasted. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the pod today. We'll go ahead and wrap this up here. We'll be back next week with a new episode, new guest, and unfortunately more of myself. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching live or later, and we said something wrong, which we probably did, said something you hate, I think Katie did back there by making fun of cat owners, or said something you want to hear more about, please message us or visit stlouispodcast.com. Leave us a message. We record, of course, every single week at Half Coast Studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. We're in Creve Coeur. If you're looking to start a podcast or take your current podcast to the next level, check them out. We'll be talking to Matt and Alex here, halfcoaststudios.com. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today, Matthew, and a pleasure hosting this podcast. Excuse me. We'll see you all again next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey there, St. Louis podcast listeners. We've got some exciting news from our sponsor, Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, led by the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Lee. Mark Lee of Farmers Insurance is recruiting agency owners here in St. Louis.
That's right, Garrett, and everyone knows what Farmers Insurance is, and if they don't, they will now.
Yes, it's kind of a household name. That said, as many of you know, a large part of our audience is made up of badass business owners, entrepreneurs, and top producing sales professionals with an open mind like yourself. Farmers Insurance is currently searching for driven individuals who aspire to own their own business or already own their own business and want to add another income stream to join the Farmers Insurance brand and own their own insurance agency.
This is a stellar opportunity to build your own insurance agency from scratch, take over an existing agency, or if you're just a slow roller, we know you the guys out there and ladies, get paid to train under an existing successful agency owner before starting your own.
Holy shit, Eric. That means that whether you have experience as a business owner or you've never heard the word business before in your life, there's a pathway to owning your own business through Farmers Insurance Agency led by Mark Lee.
That's right. You can become a Farmers Insurance business owner even if you've been homeless in the past, just like you.
Yeah, thanks.
If you've ever dreamt of being your own boss, building a team under a reputable brand, and making a difference in your community by offering top-tier auto, home, and commercial insurance to consumers and businesses in your area, Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, led by the godlike man himself, Mark Lee, has the perfect opportunity for you.
Visit insurancecareerstl.com to speak with Mark Lee, the district manager of Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, to become a Farmers Insurance agency owner today.
Did you hear that, St. Louis? Go visit insurancecareerstl.com. Insurancecareerstl.com. That is INSURANCE, career, CAREERSTL.com.
To become a business owner today, again, one more time, visit insurancecareerstl, as in St. Louis.com today. Right now, this second, or reach out to us at stlouispodcast.com and we'll introduce you to Mark Lee ourselves. And I promise he won't spell out insurance and career to you.